Today we're making a local favorite from our beloved South African cuisine, Chakalaka, a delicious spiced vegetable and bean stew, fit for a king and also a vegan. We start by finely but indiscriminately dicing one large onion, which should yield a roughly 200 grams. Next we crush, chop or grate 3 garlic cloves, any way you want, and add them to the onions for now. Follow that up by grating 5 tablespoons of fresh ginger, weighing around 60 grams. Ginger is stringy, so give it a thorough chopping after the grating to make sure you don't get ginger strands stuck in your teeth. Add that to the onions and move on to the carrot. 450 grams or 3 medium carrots, peeled and then grated on the box grater's coarse side. Keep that separate as we cook all this in stages. Next you grab a red bell pepper and yellow pepper, or any other type of sweet pepper you fancy. Deseed them and dice them up somewhat small, but not too small. Keep them to the side in their own little container for now. Heat a pan on medium and add a generous amount of olive oil, or whatever oil your heart desire. Add the onions, garlic and ginger. Sauté that and season with salt straight away. This way we build flavor from the start, and the salt draws out moisture, which prevent them from browning. In this recipe, that's what we're looking for. Cook that down until the onions are soft and translucent. Then add your grated carrots. Tiny bit of salt again, and then cook them until soft and wilted, stirring continuously to make sure it cooks evenly. Next you add the peppers. Cook that for a few minutes on high, as they will release water and we want to prevent it from stewing at this stage. Whatever you do, do not just add all the stuff into a pot at once. Although it's a simple dish, cooking it all in stages is very important if you eventually want to live a happy life. Once the peppers have softened slightly, we add 50 grams or 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Cook it out for a minute to get rid of the raw tomato paste flavor. It'll start looking a little bit dry at this point, so add a touch more oil if needed. Once that's done, we add our spices. Very simply, 1 tablespoon or 6 grams of sweet or smoked paprika. Add 2 tablespoons or 12 grams of Madras curry powder, which you can buy or make my recipe in the description, which is obviously about 193.5 times better. Work in the spices that add 200 grams or half a can of chopped tomatoes, and 400 grams or 1 can of baked beans. That stuff the British put on their toast in the morning for firepower throughout the day. Give it a good mix, and to keep our promise, add 200 grams of Greta stock or chicken stock to make it vegan. Slowly simmer this for 5 minutes or until it all comes together in a beautiful little stew. Taste and add freshly grated black pepper as well as sugar to balance the tartness from the tomato. Once cooked, you can serve it traditionally with a white cornmeal porridge called pap, the albino version of polenta. You can also just serve it with a bit of rice or creamy mashed potatoes. But I like it for breakfast, in the form of an originally Tunisian dish called shakshuka. Place some chakalaka into a small cast iron pan. Make 2 little wells, then crack an egg into each. Bake in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit until the egg whites are just set and the yolks still a bit runny. Chop your herbs of choice, in this case parsley, sprinkle over the shakshuka, as well as more fresh black pepper, flaky salt and olive oil. Have it as is or scoop onto your bread of choice. Finally and enthusiastically, go live a happy life.